Welcome back to Tempo Control. Dark Souls 3 is one of the most anticipated game releases this year, and it's already out in Japan on March 24th. Though on April 12th, that's when the game comes out in the States. Though players on Xbox One have been able to play the English version of the game before the game technically releases in the United States. It's all through an exploit of the Japanese storefront, where players are able to buy the Japanese version of the game, yet go and download the American version of the game, or at least an English release. I mean, this is pretty crazy. It's a few weeks difference. It's important to note that Microsoft currently has no plans to ban these players who use the exploit, which that's a good thing because there are a lot of them, but a Microsoft spokesperson told Kotaku, although Xbox One games are not region locked, which means there are no technical limitations that would prevent them from being used in any country, Microsoft does not condone importing Xbox One games outside of official launch markets. So yeah, Microsoft's not exactly happy about this, but Bandai Namco, the publisher, even more so not pleased, saying that players weren't really getting a full experience because the multiplayer had not been turned on yet, and that there was a day one patch coming that would further refine the technical aspects of the game. Bandai Namco is taking this one step further though by not punishing players that are streaming the game early. And there's a precedence for this. If you're breaking embargo on a game, you could easily have a punishment against your Twitch or YouTube channel, or even have it banned outright, but that's not the case here. Whether it's people who have procured early copies from that Xbox marketplace, or media members who have gotten early review copies from Bandai Namco, there's really no punishment here. People are streaming the game all over the place. For a game that's not out in the United States, English copies seem to be everywhere. And for a Dark Souls community that loves discovering things together and finding new secrets, that's kind of a bit of a tease. Ultimately, in the end, it's not really going to decrease sales of the game. In fact, it's bringing it more attention from this case. It's not really piracy, if you think about it, so money isn't really being lost here. But it's a huge tease that's going to make it really hard for people who are going on blackout to try to stay away from any news on Dark Souls 3.